Hello, this is Tom Christiano for the Chelmsford News, and I'm here with my good friend Joe Reddy of Reddy Real Estate. How are you, Joe?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks a lot. And one reason we're here at the new Friendship Park is because Joe made a nice sponsorship contribution to the Friendship Park. So thank you so much for doing that, Joe.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to do it.
Did you grow up near here and play in Robertsfield?
When I was a kid, I grew up in the Hitchin Coast area off of Abbott Lane, and so I would bike down Westford Street, and I would get all my penny candy at the store down the road over here, and we used to play it at this park all the time, and so we have a lot of connection. My brother, who did his Eagle Scout project, he had built a gateway for the old park, and I had actually built the Skaters Pavilion actually behind the fire station over here for my Eagle Scout project. Unfortunately, it didn't stand the test of the weather over a 10-15 year period, so they ended up taking it down. But
I remember it though.
It was great. It was a nice little covered skating pavilion. It was really cool.
It was really cool. Yeah. So. I did a show during the Winterfest many years ago. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I do.
Where we did a videotaping over there. That was nice.
Yeah.
A long time ago. Boy, that was maybe 15 years ago or something. I don't know. So you've been coming to the Robertsfield your whole life, right? Because you live nearby.
I have, and this is actually, if you've lived in town and you live in this area, you understand what a treasure trove this is for, especially the Hitchin Coast area. So everybody up off of Old Westford Street and anybody off of Westford Street, all the way heading back. There's hundreds of houses in that neighborhood, and they utilize this park. And the other thing about this park is that it's a full-time park for people that have kids of all ages. So you don't have to necessarily wait for school hours to be out. It's really accessible at all hours. So it's nice for parents and for families. And whenever I'm doing real estate, because I do real estate, I use this as really the selling point for selling houses here in Chelmsford. And when I tell people to come by and look at this park, it usually is what gets the deal done. So it's really special that the whole committee's put together the time and effort to really revamp this. And I know my family was 100% behind doing it, just because we understand the value that goes into it. So.
Yes, and you're right about the park being a value to all the homeowners in Chelmsford. I think this is going to be the best park for young children, especially in the entire town, once this is finished. You see all the equipment we have here, Joe?
It's really amazing. And one of the things that my father, Dennis Reddy, always used to say was, if you want to have good kids, keep them busy doing good things. And so, a park like this gets people out, keeps them recreationally active. I know you bike a lot, but for young kids to have them actually running around and not necessarily sitting behind a video game, I think that means a lot to the community. So this will be really special. And the other piece that I've really liked about what the committee has done is they've made it handicap accessible for those of all abilities. So it's really, I think it's going to be special.
And speaking of children, you have 4 children, right, Joe?
I do. So, I may be the biggest user of the park, so my donation may actually be undersized in comparison to the amount of use that I would get out of it. But it really is a special place. My oldest is 7 years old, Ashley. I have a 5-year-old son, Ryan, and then I have twin 3-year-olds, Mary and Andrew. And so, this is really going to meet all of their needs, and they'll have a lot of fun here. And I think they were a little sad when it came down because they didn't know that it was being replaced necessarily. But I think it'll be fun. And I purchased some bricks as well on top of donating, and hopefully those will last for years to come, so that they can cherish those memories for their kids. So
I think it's going to be wonderful. Your children are going to love it. So are you. I think if you bring them here, and your wife, Amy is your wife's name, right?
Amy is my wife, and she is a phenomenal person, and we call her the chaos coordinator. As I was telling you, trying to corral 4 kids is really an interesting experience if you haven't done it. But this is a place that she does come, and she really likes it because it's accessible all throughout the day. I do like Varney Park. We spend a lot of time up there in North Chelmsford as well. But between those 2 parks, those are really the key to Chelmsford. So
it's going to be wonderful, and it's going to open, I think, somewhere around June 23rd is the grand opening of 2018. So I can't wait to see you and your children here sometime playing. I'll stop by once in a while. I maybe play myself. I went down the slide the other day just to test it out. I loved it.
Did you feel fantastic. Like a kid again?
Yeah, it was amazing, and I videotaped it too. but I'm a little bit embarrassed to post it on the Chelmsford News page
Okay.
or your page right now, because it is a little bit. I called myself, well, I won't say the name I used to be, but I was like joking with my name and everything. But it's a great park, and everybody who helped out. You know, this past weekend was the volunteers coming here to help build it. Over 50 were there in the morning alone. 50 volunteers. It's amazing how our community came together for this.
I think that's what exemplifies Chelmsford is people's ability to step up and volunteer. I mean, you've been a big volunteer in the community for a long time, and I know you host a lot of things, but, you know, to see people come out and actually get active in helping build the park, and, you know, I've really just been blown away by every aspect of this, including the fact that, you know, we didn't just take CPC money. We took CPC money, but we're working towards, you know, raising money, and I know that the committee's made an effort towards that, which just, I think, speaks volumes that, you know, it really is a full community effort all across the board. So it's very special.
Yeah, the committee has helped raise over $80,000 so far.
And that's impressive.
It was really impressive, because they could have just said, "Oh, we'll use the community preservation funds and not worry about it." But I know that committee is working so hard, and all the contributors like yourself deserve a lot of credit for pitching in, and all those who bought bricks. It's just an amazing community effort. I love it when the community gets together like this, you know.
Well, it's a pleasure for me. I mean, personally, just because I have so many connections to here. It's a very special park, and not just me, but my family and my friends. They all, you know, have enjoyed years of enjoyment here. So to give back is really, I think, just a very special opportunity, and I didn't want to miss out on it. So.
And with your 4 children, I was talking to you before about, I don't know how you have time to do everything you're doing, Joe, because you have 4 children and your wife, Amy. But you have a real estate business. You have your show here now. It's called Ready Real Estate.
Yep, Ready Real Estate.
A lot of people can see the sign right in Chelmsford Center on Chelmsford Street.
Yep. So
how's that going?
It's going well. And unfortunately, I have to feed 4 kids somehow. So I wish I could be with them every second of the day. But my wife is a great caretaker of them. She does work as a nurse, but she works Brigham Women's 2 days a week, and you know, the rest of the time I'm out, you know, really trying to help people sell their real estate, and I feel like I provide a good community value to them because I understand Chelmsford and really the ins and outs. So, you know, you can buy a ranch anywhere. Why do you want to buy it in Chelmsford? So when people come to me, it's really about what does the community have to offer, what are the features and benefits, and you know, if you start to go through everything from the parades to the Center for the Arts to you know, our schools and how, you know, all the programs they do. I had Al Thomas on Town Talk TV show, and he just talked about just how wonderful the kids are there, and those are the kind of things that I try to highlight whenever I do real estate, and that's really kind of, I think, a special uniqueness to our company that we offer. But you know, it's a great business. I think everybody at some point will deal with real estate in some capacity, whether they're renting, buying, selling. You know, you got to live somewhere, and I think we're a good change agent for people that are, you know, trying to get into this community and understand really what their value add is. So.
And it's called Ready Real Estate. You're the broker there, right? The main person.
Yep. So I actually founded Ready Real Estate. My father.
How many years ago was that?
I started in 2010, so we've been around almost 8 years now. My father, Dennis, and my mother, Donna, and my uncle, Bernie, were all realtors at another operation, and they came over when I started it. And so it was really the 4 of us in the beginning, and then we've grown from there. So we have over 12 agents now that work in the operation, and they all have some aspect to Chelmsford or connected into Chelmsford somehow. And you know, it's just been a really fun operation to run, and very glad that I did it. I've got a lot of entrepreneurial spirits, as you know. I have another business up in Vinyl Square, the Vinyl Square Craft Beer House and Premium Liquors, and that's been great because one of my top agents, Lisa Pantuso, her husband, Kenny Pantuso, is the full-time manager of the store there. And so he runs it full-time, and he does a phenomenal job. And if you talk to anybody in the North Chelmsford area or anybody that's shopped at the store, the customer service is beyond exceptional. And that's really what we've strived for, is to try to be a great community place where people can come in and get good answers and selections and things of that nature.
So you still have delivery out of that store?
We still have delivery, yep. So people can go and go online.
They could just call to go online?
They got to go online through
It's
through a service called drizzly.com, and the reason we do that is because they do additional background checks on licenses and stuff, and you know, it's only for people 21 years or older, so you know, we're not interested in dealing with anybody under that age, obviously, and I did some sponsorship of the after prom breakfast because I think it's important that kids be kids. When you reach the age of 21, you certainly can look into that and what we do there. But
yes, it's right in Vinyl Square you mentioned, right? The craft beer and the wine shop.
And we specialize in bringing in craft beer that most people don't have. We belong to the Craft Brewers Guild, so we get a lot of small breweries that wouldn't otherwise be coming into stores. And the reason that they want to come to us is because we sell such a plethora of craft beer that they know that they will get really that demographic of buyer that will be able to move it. Because in the world of beer, you worry about it going out of code. So we've been very good at being able to move product that maybe a larger store wouldn't necessarily have the time to focus on, and it might go out of code. So
what does that mean, going out of code?
Well, beer's only good for a certain period of time. No different than milk, right? Like if you have milk that's expired, it's no good, right? So you don't want beer.
So beer is the same, because I have beer that's been sitting around a long time.
Yeah, well, so it's one of the reasons why we have almost 20 display coolers in our store, and we do that specifically so that we can keep the product fresh. People want to come in, they want to drink it cold. So a lot of times,
yeah, you have nice coolers.
Yeah. A lot of times you'll see the craft beer on the shelves, and so if somebody wants kind of that immediate gratification, being able to come to our store where we have so many display coolers, they can grab it right out of the cooler cold. So it's been great. I've really I'm happy that we did the venture, and I think it's really transformed Vinyl Square as a whole. I think which was my ultimate mission, because at the time that building was very dilapidated. I had lived in Scotty Hollow in North Chelmsford, so I knew the area very well, and I used to drive by it all the time. I said, you know what, the one thing that would survive there would be a liquor store, and I think if it could be brought in there, then it should.
And is it going well, Joe, by the way? It's been 2 years
it's been going well. Our sales have grown month over month since we started. So
really? That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I think part of it has just been Kenny's great community spirit. He's part of the Vinyl Square Revitalization Committee, and I think he really cares about what happens in the area, and he's been a good community partner to be partied with. So we're really very happy with how things are going.
Wonderful. So the real estate's going well. Your company's doing well.
Real estate's going well.
The craft beer and wine shop is going well in Vinyl Square.
Going very well, yes.
And not only do you do that, but you also have a group on Facebook called Chelmsford Town Talk.
Yep.
With thousands of members. How's that going, Joe?
It's going well. So as you know, Dennis started the TV show Town Talk many years ago, and I've taken it over. And the reason that I continue to run it is I think it's a good community service to be able to give people a platform and an opportunity, regardless of who they are. Our show is very ecumenical, I guess is probably the best way to describe it. It's not about me, it's really about our guests and being able to get their message and platform out to the community. So we usually have, a local politician, nonprofit, and a business come on and talk about what they're doing in the community that's relevant to Chelmsford. And the Facebook platform is really kind of an opportunity to allow people to kind of do the same thing, but maybe on a smaller level. I know you run a similar site, and yours is phenomenally run, and I know you do a great job. So, if I were to try to do it, it'd be big shoes to fill. But but no, really, we've had it going, but we've had a lot of members recently that have been a part of it, and I think it's been good for people to discuss issues that are taking place in the town. I wish people were a little bit more neighborly. Just because it's online and people feel like they're behind a screen and it's not as personal. But I do think it gives an opportunity for people to understand what's happening in the community and be informed. So often we go to say a planning board meeting or something where somebody goes, I didn't even know that was happening. And so hopefully the online gives people an idea of what's happening. That doesn't mean that it'll necessarily change the outcome, but I do think it's important that people are not blindsided by things that are taking place in our community, regardless of what the project may be. So
yes. And your sister Karen helps you run that.
Yeah,
right?
so Karen Utek, she's my sister. She helps moderate. She's a lot more technology savvy than I am. So, and she's Johnny on the spot when it comes to trying to get rid of any sort of negative, not comments necessarily, but any sort of profanity or whatever may take place. And
I don't allow that at all on my site.
It's a full-time job just trying to clean up those sites and keep them clean, and that's important because I think when you're moving into the town and you might Google Chelmsford and Chelmsford News comes up and you go on it, and it really is kind of showcasing what people think and how people act within the town, and so you got a great job. I'm a part of a couple of other boards that are in other towns, and they've kind of gone awry, and it really doesn't give the town a good light. So, you know, we try to give it the best that we can.
Thank you, and we all do, and we appreciate your efforts, Joe, contributing here with all you do for the town and your talk show, the webpage. People don't realize how much work goes into those websites, the Facebook groups. So thank you for all you're doing, your sponsorship contribution. That's the reason we're here today, to talk about that and Friendship Park. So thank you very much, Joe. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, and I hope this inspires others. Like, please step up, please donate. The committee works so hard, and you know, Bill Askenburg is just one of many, but he really has spearheaded a lot of this and deserves a huge amount of credit. But please step up. They could really use your help and your effort, even if it's small as getting a brick or maybe helping to just come assemble a piece of equipment. Whatever it might have been throughout the process, it would be helpful.
That's for sure. I agree totally. Thank you so much, Joe.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very much. So what's this called, Bill?
This is the twist slide.
The twist slide. Bill Askenberg and I are on the top of this twist slide?
We're top of the main tower.
Top of the main tower,
Friendship
yeah.
Park, yep. And we have two slide options up here. We have the twist slide and we have the giant L slide. I think you're leaning towards going down the twist slide.
Yeah, which is the more dangerous one, right?
I don't know that it's even been tested yet.
They call me Tommy Danger.
This may be the inaugural run for this.
Yes,
slide.
yeah. So we're going to try it out. I wish I put the foam on here, but for the sound, let's hope the sound is okay. It's a little bit windy today, so.
We'll hear the blood-curdling screams.
Yes. So I'm going to try to get this video going while I'm sliding down here. You can see it. So here we go. Okay, you ready? Whoa. Whoa. That's great, Bill. Well, I'm at Roberts Field at the construction of the new all-inclusive accessible playground. And this is June of 2018. So I'm going to pan around and show you a little bit of the construction that's going on this weekend. So I'll pan slowly so you can see some of the people helping out here. And we got a good crowd. There were about 50 people showed up today. And there's a cement coming down for the footings. There's this big cement truck over here. And you can see this cement coming down, filling up the barrel. So I'm so glad so many people showed up today and help out, and I'm very glad it's not raining today as well. Bill Askenburg and the Friendship Park Committee has been coordinating all of this. I think that's Bill now with the black t-shirt. I'll zoom in on Bill there. Helping out, coordinating, doing a lot of work on this. So I hope to come back tomorrow as well to take more photos and videos of this construction of the new Friendship Park at Roberts Field. Ciao. Hello, I'm Tom Christiano for the Chelmsford News, and I'm at the Enterprise Bank on Littleton Road in Chelmsford. I'm here with a Vice President, Tony Khalil, and a Senior Vice President of the bank, Denise Mackerel. Right? How are you today? And one reason we're here today is because your bank made a generous donation to the new Friendship Park here in Chelmsford, and we so appreciate it. Thank you very much for doing that, first of all. And could you tell us a little bit about why you made the donation to the Friendship Park?
Well, Enterprise Bank is very active in the community, and we're always trying to help out different organizations.
We pride ourselves in giving back to the community that we have branch offices in. And it all started 30 years ago with George Duncan, hiring and starting the bank. And making sure that, you know, we realize it's all about the people and the people that work here and the people that live in our communities.
And so I think the bank contributes a lot to our community, right? And also in Lowell, but a lot to Chelmsford. In fact, you're the treasurer of the Chelmsford Rotary Club,
Yes,
right,
yes,
Tony?
yes.
That's wonderful. How long have you been a member of the Rotary Club?
It's about 15 years.
15 years, wow. I see you at a lot of the functions, and I see Denise. I've known Denise for many years.
Very involved in Chelmsford, and I think all the officers in the different branches are all involved in the communities that they have their offices in. And we also have a branch in Drum Hill, so we have 2 branches in Chelmsford, and we are celebrating this week on June 7th that we are 25 years that Enterprise has been open in Chelmsford. So Chelmsford community is near and dear to all of us. I grew up in Chelmsford, the CEO grew up, Jack Clancy grew up in Chelmsford, and Mr. Richard Main, the president, lives in Chelmsford.
Thanks, Trudy.
So it's been
And
very
you've been
nice.
with the bank 23 years now, right, Denise?
Yes, I've been with
Almost
it.
since it started in Chelmsford 25 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you love it, right? You
I
love
do
it here
love
at
it.
Enterprise
I do
Bank?
love it.
So it's a wonderful community bank and regional bank.
Yeah.
And it's doing great. What else? What do you specialize in at this bank, by the way? Or do you specialize in real estate loans or what?
We do commercial loans.
Commercial
real
loans?
estate, mortgages.
Mortgages? Personal loans, probably,
Personal
of
loans,
course.
absolutely.
Yeah, personal, commercial. We also have a trust department. We have a wealth management department. We have a large cash management area where we're able to, you know, give back to the companies that are looking for all the new technology that's out there. So Enterprise has definitely got all the tools
Wonderful.
for each one of our businesses or personal, whatever works.
Well, what works is Enterprise Bank, I think, especially with your very generous donation to the new Friendship Park here in Chelmsford. That was so nice of you. We really appreciate it. As you may know, there's been about $80,000 raised just from donations thus far. The committee has done a great job, the Friendship Park Committee of Robertsfield, and so we're here today to tape a segment with you to tell you how much we appreciated it. So is there anything else you'd like to say before we go?
Well, we're very proud to be part of this community, and we appreciate all the work that everybody does to make Chelmsford the place it is to live.
Thank you very much. Hello, this is Tom Christiano for the Chelmsford News, and I'm here with my good friend Mike Kendrick at the Chelmsford Elks. There's a big car show going on today, right, Mike?
That's correct. It's for the Chelmsford Veterans Memorial Park. It's our 3rd annual car show, and things are going well. We have about 75 cars that have shown up, and we have music, we have raffles, we have food. If you're in the neighborhood, come on down.
Nice. And how many years have you done this now, Mike?
This is the third
The third
year.
Oh, just
Yeah.
the third? Because I guess I came to the other 2 previously. I remember them.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love them. I come here and take photos and videos for the Chelmsford News, so it's a lot of fun for me too. Especially since I'm a car guy. I love cars and motorcycles and everything. So, and you have a car, an old car yourself, right?
Yes, I
What
have.
do
I have a 1950 Chevy Deluxe. It's got a 383 stroker engine in it. It's all customized. I bought it original back in 1985 out of Vermont, and over the years I've had it remodeled into a custom hot rod, street
And
rod.
it's beautiful. You have it today out by the sign of the Chelmsford Elks, so people could see it as they come in. There's a big next to a sign saying car show today.
Yep.
So that's great.
It's put out there so it'll remind people that this is where it is. This is where it's happening.
Yes, and you have the turnout's good today, right, Mike?
Oh, we have a great turnout today. The weather
good
is
weather.
beautiful.
A lot of cars.
Yep, we have a new DJ this year, and they're awesome, doing a great job. So things are going quite well.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Mike. It's great talking with you, and thank you for helping out the Veterans Park. I believe you're a Vietnam War era veteran.
Vietnam vet.
I always take Mike's picture at the parades and Memorial Day and Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Right, Mike? You must have tons of pictures by me.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I do actually.
I gotta say, there's Mike with the mustache. I can always tell. There you are.
Yeah, and we also have over here. We have in support of Wreaths Across America with Kay and her husband. If you know, please support them. Their cause is a wonderful, wonderful cause. we have decided, the Merrimack Valley Vietnam veterans have decided to support them as opposed to running down to Bourne, which is a wonderful situation, a wonderful time, not a wonderful time, but a wonderful event that goes on down at Bourne, down on the Cape. But we're going to do something local for our area vets. So please support the Reach Across America, and the ceremony will be at the Veterans Park in, I think it's, when is it, November or something? Is it November? Oh, it's September. I forget when it is.
What? Well, Veterans Day is November 11th,
Yeah,
as you know.
November 11th. I think that's when they do that.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for all that you do, Mike. Thank you for serving our country, especially in
you.
the Vietnam War, and all of the veterans and all of those who have served the country. We thank you very much. And hopefully people come out every year to this car show to support the Veterans Memorial Park here in Chelmsford.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And thank you.
Bye-bye.